Hey Frugivore, I'm Freelee. Welcome back to the Frugivore Diet channel. So today's video, we are going to react to Trisha Paytas talking about Seaspiracy. And Seaspiracy is a documentary, I believe, exposing the fishing industry and, you know, just trying to bring people to veganism, which everybody should be because it's 2021, right? Like, how are people not vegan yet? I just can't. I don't know. So I haven't seen the documentary yet, but it's just great. I'm sure I'm going to not enjoy it, but see, you know, the importance of this documentary, just as Cowspiracy was amazing, What the Health, all of those great documentaries that have gone quite viral. And this one is getting a lot of coverage. I believe Khloe Kardashian put it on her Instagram story that she was going to stop eating meat. And I know Trish talks a lot, but you know, I'm not going to give up. We're not going to give up on her, right? Every time she has a revelation and she speaks about plant-based veganism or anything to do with being kind to animals, we're going to be there supporting her, right? So if you want to see more of these videos, give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you don't. And let us know in the comments who you want to see next. And let's get into it. Let's see how Trish responded to Seaspiracy. Okay, Frugivore, here we are on Trisha Paytas' second channel. She has 1.45 million subscribers on that channel. And she made this video just like yesterday or the day before. And it's titled Happy Easter, Seaspiracy, Adoption and Recent Drama. And it's had over 240,000 views. And yeah, obviously she's reaching a lot of individuals. You can see in the comments here. All right, so let's check it out. Let's see what she has to say.
I feel like I haven't done like a vlog. We're gonna make chicken wings. I put the recipe up today, but those chicken wings are really good.
Oh well, that is like an unfortunate note to start the video on. She's gonna make chicken wings, but it is Trisha, so she's gonna have some chicken limbs.
I just love seasoning, I realized. And I used to never, I don't think I've ever owned any seasoning except for oregano on pizza.
I think that's like a good kind of like a realization she's come to there. I just like the seasoning, I think, because that is the thing. I mean, like, if you actually enjoyed the limbs, eating the limbs of an animal, like of a chicken, then you would eat them raw, just as they are, like every other carnivore, omnivore does, without cooking, without seasoning, without doing a whole lot of that. And you don't have to do that to fruit, do you? When do you have to put seasoning on fruit? You don't, because it's your biologically perfect like food source. It tastes amazing as it is. It needs no manipulation. But foods that are not ideal, even plant foods, even some cooked plant foods that are not ideal, require seasoning and cooking. Okay, I'm just going to tell you the truth on this one. And fruit and some tender greens and nuts and seeds, they don't require any manipulation by the human. So it's a good insight, right?
Like, it's crazy all the seasoning I use now. I am obsessed with it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make chicken wings.
I mean, and a lot of them are addictive too, really, really addictive, and make you want to keep coming back, these seasonings. They designed them in a lab, seriously.
Mac and cheese a little later. We like to eat around like 5, so that way it's kind of like intermittent fasting a little bit. I mean, we had a brownie this morning, so it's not really.
Don't bother with the intermittent fasting, Trish. What are you even bothering with it? It's just a form of semi-starvation. You know, it's just calorie restriction again. Is it working for you? No, it's not, and it never has. You're just going to be chasing your tail. You're going to be going round and round and round forever and ever and ever. And I love the way he's looking at it there. I think that's really sweet. I just noticed. But it doesn't work, you know, so don't bother. But I do myself like eating early, and we will finish, you know, eating usually by 5 ourselves. And it's nothing to do with intermittent fasting. It's just about going to bed with a lighter stomach, you know, and not having to, you know, go to sleep within half an hour or something of eating. And then it's, you know, it's just healthier for there to be more time in between eating and then lying down and going to bed, just for digestion and for a sound sleep. That is what I've found. So yeah, it's good.
But it's like having one big meal a day, that kind of same. It feels better. It feels good because I like to be hungry, and then once we eat the meal, I'm kind of full for the rest of the day.
She's kind of full for the rest of the day. Once she eats the meal, look, you're not going to be full for the rest of the day if you're intermittent fasting. You're just always going to be have that hungry edge, because like she has to, like, you know, she's carrying extra weight. We can see that. All right. So she has to meet her caloric needs, like at this weight that she's at now. Okay. She needs to meet her needs. All right. But just from the right food source. I want you to really get that. From the right foods. I'm not saying from junk food, you know, eat like 4,000 calories of junk food. No, I'm saying pack in the high carb plant foods, the fruits. This is just going to slim her down. Like, Trish, you know, but you know, she obviously has issues with her gut microbiome as well. You know, so the gut microbiome can definitely influence your cravings and what you subsequently go and reach for. So you need to like educate yourself, and there is a bit of a transition period that can be tough, you know.
Swimming a lot too.
Yeah, we did laps. It's so warm. We never warmed up the pool at the Studio City house, and we warmed this up. It makes such a difference. It's so nice. Oh, I love it. And then just not having hair extensions. My hair feels so free, and I've been getting curly product, so my natural curls will start coming back now that I'm not bleaching it or like getting blowouts. And so
blowouts. Okay. Look, like, your hair would be so much. I mean, it's so great that she's stopping with the extensions. I have tried them in the past. They are just, well, they are shocking. They really, really do rip your hair out, and they're uncomfortable. And as you can see, I don't need any extensions in my hair. Like, it's just growing like a weed. And like on the Frugivore diet, growing like a weed, also doing the bicarb soda lime mix. And Trish, you should try that. Try it. It's incredible. It is really, really good. But like, diet obviously is a big thing.
I got curl products because my natural hair can get like so curly, and so I'm really excited about that. Do your hair natural hair curly?
You gonna have a Jufro?
You're gonna have a Jufro.
Offensive. I guess you could say it. I mean, yeah. I feel like that Israeli couple, well, half Israeli, half American couple that we follow on TikTok, their daughter's really curly haired.
Well, the shorter my hair, the curlier it gets.
Really?
When it's long, it's
yeah, your hair's not so curly.
Yeah, gravity.
Yeah.
Robin's hair, Snoopy's hair is like super curly. Even though it's long, it's like the most beautiful hair I've ever seen, to be honestly.
For all day long. I saw one TikTok, people were mad at us for the I Love You Moses video, and then she was like, and why is Moses okay with this? And now I'm like, I'm nervous. I'm like, oh my god, huh? Did you see that one?
With what?
I don't know. I guess they thought it was offensive. I don't see Moses.
I think I did see that I Love Moses video, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, she doesn't fail to crack me up. She really doesn't. She's just so random. Snoopy cracks up as well. Like, it just, Trisha, you know, she has a gift for cracking people up and annoying people, obviously, as well, and also disappointing people like myself. And she's a hard one.
People liked it, but then I saw one bad, like, this is offensive. I can't believe Trisha did this. And I was like, because it really wasn't meant to be.
They're gonna be like, it's offensive that you use plastic camels and not real camels. You know what I mean? If you really use a real camel, they'll be like, you're torturing animals. People just come up with a...
Oh, so you heard what he just said about animals. I don't like to repeat it because YouTube will probably not like it, but you heard what he just said. I try to say as minimal as possible, but still try and get the message across. Replay it if you didn't hear it.
Yes.
Speaking of torturing animals, oh my god.
Okay, so she just went in there. Speaking of, doing that to animals, oh my god.
Okay, so I researched Seaspiracy a little more. We watched Seaspiracy yesterday on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I want to rewatch it because now a lot of people say there's propaganda, like...
I think that is so fantastic that she watched this Seaspiracy. I've heard, like, quite a few of you have recommended that I watch it, and, like, I don't really need to, do I? Because these documentaries make me quite sad, and I'm already just... obviously committed for life. This is my life. I'm not going back. I'm not going to hurt animals. That just is not part of my reality ever again. So I don't really need to watch these kind of documentaries, but I really recommend you do if you are not in the place that I am, which a lot of people aren't, you know, mentally and, you know, just committed. So please watch it. And I'm so glad that she did watch it.
Basically just trying to... like Cowspiracy. Did you ever see Cowspiracy?
I think so. I mean, I know.
I never saw it.
Yeah.
Was
you should watch that. You should watch that because it is a great documentary. The meat and dairy industry tried to come for that documentary, and obviously they're going to the fishing industry and everything's going to come for like Seaspiracy and say, oh, it's just propaganda. Just, oh, God. go to like a slaughterhouse, you know, go and really research the fishing industry. It's not propaganda. This is real life, and you're supporting it if you're eating sea life.
It's like a thing that like makes
And
you go
animals.
vegan. I haven't seen it. Maybe I should. It's from the same people that did that, which I didn't know. But Seaspiracy was so interesting because, well, one, I still think we shouldn't be using plastic straws. They were kind of making it seem like it doesn't matter if we use plastic straws. Like, it's the fishermen's, like, equipment that makes the...
Yeah, exactly. That is not a big deal, straws. When it comes to the point of, you know, what's the big issue here, let's focus on the big issue, and that's the consumption of these animals and the strip lining, it's a terrible situation.
Ocean polluted and kills off these animals because it's plastic in there. Which is interesting, because then what do? I guess the answer is to stop eating sushi, which we haven't eaten in a couple months, and we just talked about the other day. He's like, we haven't had sushi. But I'm feeling like we probably shouldn't have sushi because it just gives more money to the fishermen, right?
Yeah, thank you. By the way, I meant to say strip mining before, strip lining. Oh, that is amazing. Yes, don't fund them. Trish knows. She's not stupid, okay? She knows what she's supporting. She's known this for a long time, and now she's making the connection even more here, and she's questioning. She may have been watching some of my videos. Like, we have been, you know, I've made quite a few videos for her, and we have, been coming, towards her with the plant-based message a lot, and it's maybe getting her to think, and she's watching Seaspiracy. Who knows? It's just wonderful that she just said that you don't want to fund them. And she hasn't eaten sushi for a while, and that is fantastic. You can eat sushi, but make it plant-based. It's so incredibly easy, and you're not risking having the little wormies going around just ravaging your gut, because they will. Don't eat a diet that includes the scavengers off the ocean floor either. It's a filthy diet. They're like the sea cockroaches. They want to cockroach around on the ocean floor and eat the parasites and the skin off decomposing animals. That's what they do. These sea life, like lobsters, for instance, like she's eaten before, and shrimp, prawns, for instance.
It's all about changing the ways they do. Like the cows part, right? It's like, what's it called? Like the industrial complex, for farming, So they're the people that abuse the cows and give them antibiotics and make it worse.
So we should stop eating meat then,
So
too.
the same thing with the fishermen.
So we should stop eating meat then too. Well, seafood, sea life is meat as well. But yes, of course, stop eating all animals. You are a frugivore. You're not meant to be eating them. It is ridiculous. And, I can see he's bringing up an excuse here. I can see where he is heading with this one. But let's keep going.
It's the way they do it.
It's
I
the
don't know
way
if
they
there's
do
a humane way of killing a cow, babe. I don't know if there's a humane way of killing a cow, babe.
I don't know if there is a humane way of killing a cow, babe. Thank you, Trish. She knows. This is all you need to think about. There is no humane way to kill someone who wanted to live. Right, is there? We are not the only animals on this earth who want to live, who have a family, who have feelings, who experience pain and suffering. We are not the only animals. So why are we pretending we are? When we go and eat them and their secretions and cause them harm, why are we pretending we're the only animals that experience pain, or have families? It just blows my mind. So I'm so glad she said that. 100% spot on, Trish. So proud.
Well, definitely not the way they torture them now. It's really bad.
They do it in all places, okay? Don't believe any of this we're kind to our animals. Yeah, right. It's just a production line. That's just marketing. They want you to believe that, so then you buy it and you have a clear conscience. You think, hey, I'm doing good. I'm not part of the problem. But you are. If you eat the animal, you're part of the problem. You're supporting that industry.
I don't know. I haven't seen Cowspiracy, but Seaspiracy really hit me in some type of way. We didn't finish watching it, so I actually really don't know the big conclusion. All I know is the net thing kind of bothered me. It's all I've been thinking about. And then I looked.
Yeah, the nets and the bycatch. you know, all the animals that are just included in these nets, dolphins and all sorts of like animals that are just trawled up with these massive nets, the strip mining. It's just disgusting. And it's so easy to avoid. It's so easy not to be a part of this, right? Like that's what blows my mind. So easy. She's having a serious revelation here. I can see when she's being genuine and when she's not. You know, I've been watching Trish for long enough. I can see
ways that we can like stop it, and basically just said just don't eat or eat plant-based seafood. What does that mean?
There you go. She said donate, but no, don't even bother donating. Just stop being a part of the problem. Like you said, go plant-based, vegan. You know, like that's all you have to do to contribute. It's so easy. And I know Trish has talked a lot in the past. She seems very genuine here. She hasn't got her acting kind of mask on, her acting face. She's just being Trish right now, I can tell. So I'm hoping this made a bit of an impact on her, or like a lot, enough.
How's it plant-based? There's shrimp on the...
When I was vegetarian, there was like there's fake shrimp, fake fish, fake everything.
Why'd you stop being vegetarian?
There you go. So when he was vegetarian, there's, you know, fake fish, it's just like substitute. I couldn't call it fake, but like it's just a substitute. And I would recommend mushrooms. You know, chicken of the woods mushrooms or oyster mushrooms, whatever. Like it's so similar to sea life and to meat in general. It's great. So she said, why did you stop being a vegetarian?
Because, do you really want to know?
Yeah.
Because I think plants are as conscious as animals. So.
Oh my gosh. Moses, you really disappointed me there. That's really unconscious of you to say that. Plants are as conscious as animals. Okay, look, of course, trees, plants are conscious. But look, and this is why fruit is so perfect, because the plant gives it freely to our hand. Well, you get it. The plant continues to live. So in a way, he is right like that, but I know he's coming from the like, plants have feelings too. And it's just an excuse to go back to eating your friends. It's just an excuse, okay? It's a clear excuse. They don't have a cerebral cortex. They don't have a central nervous system. They don't have a cerebral cortex. Yes, they still experience life. Yes, that is true, but they're not screaming, are they? When you cut a carrot, it doesn't scream. You know, there's no blood involved. It's just...
So they're equally tortured?
So it's not what you eat, it's how...
See, so she's like calling him on that one. Even she knows it's rubbish. She like, oh, so they're equally tortured? You know, she's calling him.
Treated.
You know what I mean? Controversial opinion. I'm sure you will be getting some.
Comment me.
Oh my God. No,
yes, Moses, you are going to be called out for that one, because it's just an excuse. It's just being pathetic.
Loves you. Everyone's team Moses. Don't come through Moses.
Yeah, we're coming for you, Moses. We're coming for you. Like, he seems like a kind guy. Like, he does seem like a kind guy. So for him not to be plant-based is really weird, especially in 2021. How are people not vegan? It just blows my mind. What are you doing? You're on the wrong side of history. You really are. And by the way, Israel is one of the most progressive countries for veganism in the world. So what are you doing, Moses? You know, you should be... listening to your homies. Trish, if you care about being kind to animals, which I know you do, I know you have a big heart, then Frugivore. Frugivore is the way to go, because this is one of the kindest diets that you can follow if you care about animals. The Frugivore diet is the ultimate, of course, because less animals are harmed in the production of the food that we eat. So, makes sense, right? But you know, Frugivore is great. Get on it. I'm willing to coach you. I emailed you. Let's just get going, right? Let's get on this. Let's get you thriving. And let's be kind to animals. So this is a physical book. The link... actually, I don't have the link to the Amazon book, because I'd prefer you get the ebook because you can get it straight away. But Amazon, the physical book, you can get that. Or you can get all of my books. Oh, my fly is undone there. Whoops. You can get all my books. The link to the bundle is in the description below. Change your life, be kind to animals, and improve your own health, and look and feel your best. All right, so I think that's all she says about Seaspiracy, all they say, and I think it's fantastic that she watched it and that she is actually questioning things. we always want her to continue questioning, right? We always want Trish to question everybody to question what you're doing. Don't just like follow the herd off the cliff, you know. Like, so just a roundup of this video. Yeah, like the plants have no cerebral cortex, or like they don't have a central nervous system. Yes, they experience life, but it is not the same as an animal. It's not the same as killing an animal, obviously. And no, there is no humane slaughter. That is just an oxymoron. That is ridiculous. You cannot kill someone humanely who wants to live, who wanted to live, right? Remember, animals are here for their own purpose. They're not here to serve us. They're not here to be our meal, our snack. They are here for them, to live out their purpose. So let's let them do that. They had their families. They experience pain. They are their own beings that have their own right to life, especially when we can eat plants and be our healthiest, happiest self. Okay, so Trish, you know what to do. So I wrote to Trish just last night. I said, because I have her email and we've talked on email before, and I said, hey, I'm here to coach you. Let's do this. I've been trying to help you for like a decade now. Let's go to the next level. So let's see if she writes back to me. And Moses, quit the excuses. You seem like a kind guy. You seem like the type who would be plant-based, caring for animals, and care for yourself, or you are going to be obese eventually. You know, if you keep eating the way that you two are eating, you're just both going to be morbidly obese and just going to check off prematurely. So we don't want that. All right, so let Trish know I made this video, and yeah, I hope it helps. Let's try and get her on plant-based vegan for good. All right, don't forget to go fruit yourself.